Greetings, my excellent friends. The holidays have concluded. Well, not really, if you count New Year's. I am mostly back to being awake. We'll see. Admittedly, this exact time yesterday was when I went to bed for a nap, but hopefully the brain and the eyes have settled. This is probably going to be a short week again. Streaming today, streaming Friday. I was going to stream Hitman on Saturday, but there's nothing for me to fucking do. Well, there's a couple, like, tiny challenges that were added, but I said before that those challenges aren't going anywhere, so they're not enough to make a stream out of until the game does something worth making a stream out of, or I decide to do another freelancer campaign. Which isn't entirely out of the question, but wasn't what I had intended to make space for, which was a chance to do the elusive targets that I missed from last year and the year before because I wasn't playing. But that's not what they've actually done. The only ones that they've reactivated are the ones from this year, which is useless. It's especially interesting because, like, they apparently did this last year, so it shouldn't have been a surprise because they did it last year and they didn't include the ones from year one anyway. But the ones from year one were Epic exclusive. Because Hitman 3 had either a 6-month or a 12-month exclusivity period. And a lot of people did not want to buy it on there because all of their Hitman 2 progress was on Steam. And I think there was a way to transfer between the storefronts your progress, but a lot of people didn't care. They just waited anyway. I certainly likely would have. I don't like owning things on Epic unless I know I'm never going to own them on Steam. Like, if something's never fucking coming, sure. But otherwise, I pretty much only ever grab free things on Epic. And I have a library of free things on Epic, but half the time when I think about playing them for real, I'm like, is this worth buying on Steam for my own satisfaction? And usually it is. But the point is, those targets, no Steam owner has those done. Because at no point in Hitman 3's lifespan was there ever given an opportunity for them to do them. So every single Steam owner of Hitman has not finished.
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
Bloomer, thank you for the gift sub to Snip there. And Raptor, hello. Waited because I didn't want to lose progress. Are you joking? Are you laughing about that in comparison to the fact that they did lose progress by not being able to do all the elusives by making that choice? I mean, I'm not that person. I wasn't tuned into Hitman until late last year, so I did not have to face that at all. In fact, I didn't get any progress in Hitman 2. I just did it all from 3. But I assume there are plenty of reasons why. Right, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't really matter. The point is, a lot of people didn't get it from Epic. The minutiae is not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that there is a giant chunk of content in Hitman 3 that exists in the pages of a Steam owner's menus, but was never given to them to do. Whereas the 2 years in which they did get access are the ones that they've run repeat chances for. So that's weird to me. Well, see, the thing is, Raptor, we got the Infernal Iron, we gave it to Karlak, and the guy said that... See, he said find me in Baldur's Gate and I may be able to do more, but our quest objective says get more iron. I don't know if we have to wait until late game in order to fix her up further, but she immediately came on to me. It was faster than I expected. Like, I had the option to say, oh, does this mean I still can't touch you? Which was like the first hint of flirting that I'd been allowed to do with her, and then all of a sudden she wakes me up in the middle of the night to tell me she wants to ride me until I see stars. Which, while I'm not complaining about that, I do find the A to B to C to D journey. I just feel like the middle of the alphabet wasn't there. Again, not a complaint, just an unexpected jump, because I'd seen a clip of that scene where she says that line, because it's obviously a line that the internet quite enjoyed and spread around. I did not realize it was from that early into the experience. Yeah, no, that's a very valid. Apparently, Lae'zel could be like that as well, from what I've heard, but like in a different way, like not in the all-in enthusiasm way, but in the emotionally cold and detached, let's bang sort of way. But then we tried to figure out how to cool her down, and we were marveling at how, like, it's a dialogue exchange about finding ways to cool her down, but then we were able to did we use a bottle of water? Yeah, I think we had like an actual physical bottle of water item that we used the throw command to throw at the ground next to her, which splashed into a puddle and then activated a scene. I don't want to know what dark urge thing you did to Lae'zel. Yours is a multiplayer game. Do you even have room for the companions? Like, I mean, they're at camp, but for the most part, I would assume they don't travel with you. Anyway. Yeah, you have space. You only have space for one NPC. Who controls the NPC? I don't like. I would assume that in a 2-player multiplayer game of Baldur's Gate 3, each of you get custody over one NPC, right? But in a 3-player, that's weirder. Anybody can do it. But yeah, who's the lucky 4th? Is it one of the 6 that I've met, or is it someone I haven't met yet? Because if it's someone I haven't met yet, you can leave it at that. But if it's someone I know, Karlak is the lucky 4th. I mean, good pick. I mean, I think we have the same type. So hang on, are you dating Karlak while your 2 friends are just awkwardly standing to the side? Is that how this playthrough is going? I mean, I can't judge because I'm dating Karlak while the collected viewers of my stream are awkwardly standing to the side. So, like, I mean, but who am I to say? Very good. Well, gee, guys, we have a 4th space on the party. What should we do with it? My girlfriend. What? My girlfriend. This is not a discussion. I will eat you. Think I'm kidding? You encouraged me to play the character that eats people. The one Dark Urge clip that I have seen that I know about is the arm thing. I'm genuinely curious as to whether you can still get him in your party after the arm thing, or if he's just gone. Because it seems like everybody does the arm thing. Fuck, Elijah Wood did the arm thing. Anyway, here we are. as I recall, we'd gotten the Infernal Iron, we'd done a little bit more exploring here, then because of the time, I'd decided to pull out and go to Damon to use the Infernal Iron, because I didn't want to have to finish the stream and then wait half a week to find that out. Yeah, so this says, let him sleep on a solution. We should find him in Baldur's Gate and bring Infernal Iron with us too. If we can find more iron, and I don't know if we can, I would be inclined to bring it to him if... without having to wait, you know? Like, wherever he is, I would want to bring it to him. But perhaps there are other ways to deal with Karlach's rogue problem. So to me, she's got the rogue problem. You know, it's a different context. It's fire instead of like power draining, but it's, you know, it's your standard rogue X-Men problem. I cannot touch people, regardless of situation, unless I want to hurt them. You are not fully locked into being a douche canoe. Yeah, like I've said, I have like a strong working theory of what the Dark Urge would be that is based entirely on Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Because if it isn't that, then it should have been. If, only because Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 had this very interesting character concept, but they did not really go ham with it. It sounds like the Dark Urge is probably somebody looking at that and saying, what if we followed that to its logical conclusion instead of just making it a MacGuffin / minor inconvenience. Hang on a second. You will again be primarily lurking until your meds have kicked in. Do the meds give you more inhibitions, do they? Sorry, I will go back to playing in a second. Alright. I love that this goblin casually plays hopscotch. He doesn't, he just walks across it, but it looks for a second like he's playing hopscotch. Okay, I've explained my thing to the person who asked me to do so. Now,
then through.
there's this path here which goes that way. I think this will lead us towards the goblins' camp, because I can see the Sazza. The Sazza objective is there, but the travel to the goblin camp and find the goblin priestess is there. So it either means... My guess is that the goblin camp is, like, well, big, because, so, like, this place, you know, the Emerald Grove looks like it's that big, right? But the entrance is here. This entire area is the settlement. Not the beach, but, like, this entire area is the settlement, so it's entirely possible that this entire area is the goblin settlement. So I'm guessing this will take us pretty directly to it. However, with meds, the voice that tells you something's a bad idea is on time. Without meds, it misses a bus and shows up too late. Okay, so we've explored 3 main buildings here. The first one had the cellar with the necromancy book. The second one had the infernal iron and the blacksmith place. It also had a tunnel leading into something called the Whispering Depths, which I chose not to explore because it was huge! We have this book of necromancy. There is a gem that will open it that we need to find. We know that the apprentice of the necromancer had it and that he disappeared. I think the book said something about maybe him disappearing near the well. So we have not looked at the well yet. The well is either going to be a dead end or we're going to be able to jump in which case my guess is it's going to lead us to the same underground catacomb place that this building did, because that looked huge, and also we were at the east end of it. So it probably is all underneath this whole village. So there might be a few other entrances in other cellars or possibly other things that go down, like the well. My goal is to explore everything on the top here before going down. Yeah, speaking of eating everything, I think I've said before that my mother's most cherished time of year is Easter, and that she will traditionally overbuy. I won't say that she overbuys for herself because it's not my place to judge that, but she definitely overbuys for me as her only child. Not that I am a child anymore, but in terms of Easter buying, she will very much act as though I am one. More so than Christmas buying. Like, Christmas presents will happen, but the chocolate is a lot more exciting for her, and that's, you know, there's no problem with that at all. So why am I bringing this up? Because it's not Easter. Well, this year, she apparently found these, Santa chocolates that are like the hollow, proper-sized Easter bunnies, except the wrapping over the top of them is a Santa, and instead of ears, it's a hat. Which is good, because I'm actually not going to be home next Easter. I'm not going to be available to her until a week later. Because I'm going to be disappearing for 2 weeks at the end of March and the start of April. I don't think I've actually mentioned this on stream, but you and I are going to Japan. Which we didn't mean to do it over Easter Sunday, but we are. So it's probably good that there is a slight taste of Easter chocolates. It's I'm probably not going to get into until I return. The Santa bunny that when unwrapped looks like a gentleman's sausage. Look, it tastes like Easter chocolate. I don't care what it looks like. I'll happily eat something phallic if it tastes good. Maybe should have thought harder about how to word that. I tried to tamp it down, but I don't think I got all the way.
What's inside?
Anyway, let me turn the volume up, actually, because the air conditioner is probably going to be on constantly today. What's the temperature? Yeah, it's still 20. I want that to lower before I turn it off for a bit. Okay. Anyway, I'm just sitting here talking and not playing the video game. But, like, the point is, what remains to be explored is up here, past this sort of wall, and also up here past the well. So we're going to skip the well, because I reckon it's going to be related to going underneath, and we'll do the rest of these buildings. We'll come back to the well to make sure a little later. But what we do have is some people yelling and screaming at a windmill, and I am going to be careful here because I'd like to avoid making the whole place hostile, but if they're menacing someone, we're probably going to try and save them.
Better not be cursed.
Goblin Tracker used throw rock. Something's happening up there. Let's go see. Journal updated, rescue the gnome. We spotted a deep gnome tied to the... Fuck, I just thought he was up there. Like, hanging out on the roof, and they were trying to get him... Okay! We spotted a deep gnome tied to the blades of a windmill. He is being tormented by a group of goblins. Aha! Yep. Fezurk is probably the one to talk to because he has a name. Everyone else seems to just be descriptive titles. But there's also a warg, and the warg is talking. That's impressive. I did not know they did that. I thought they were like horses, but for goblins. I'm looking for this gnome. I'm not seeing him come flying by. Oh god, there he is! There he is again. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Fuck. If I can right click, I can get him examined. Oh, quick. Damn it. Oh, I can't fucking zoom out. No, it doesn't let me right click. Either that or it's not on screen long enough.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing!
Barkus Root.
Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for ice.
Attack the goblin. What the hells are you doing?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Let me rephrase that. Why?
'Cause it makes me laugh.
God, that's actually a really good reason. Like, honestly, unironically, that does track. Should we be endangering the life of a small gnome for entertainment? Like, probably not under human standards, but under goblin standards, like... I mean, I can't fault the logic. I think we have to kill you, but I still can't fault the logic. It does look funny, I'll admit. Mind if I stay... Well, now, see, here's the thing. Am I an asshole for doing that, or can we, like, sly our way into freeing him? I'm going to quick save, and I'm going to say number 2, because I want to see if we can turn that into success, as opposed to just fucking brute forcing the goblin's face in without any nuance. Like, you know. The funny part is watching the quest marker move. I did see that, yes. Yeah, it does look funny. Can I stay and watch? I'm gonna take a guess here. Karlak is gonna disapprove of this. Astarion is gonna fucking find it funny.
We ain't looking for
no one.
company, maggot. Not unless you want to join him up there. How about this? You pay a toll and go on as you like, or else you fly. Cough it up!
Yeah,
As
not
the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
See, there we go. But we have a bard line for that. Not an orator, eh? I could teach you how to talk gold out of any purse for free passage. That'll get Astarion happy too, because he's a charlatan. That might inspire him. And it's safer than these, because both of these, I believe, would be rolls. And these ones are out of the question because you still pay. Fuck that. We haven't been using our illithid shit very much, but it's because whenever they give us this option, they also give us a better one. Which I think is intentional. I think, like, there's perhaps a story aspect of giving you the ability to, like, buy into your... Has anybody ever played Gene Forge? I'm going to assume no. Because it's, like, very indie and very obscure. But it's a series of CRPGs that are kind of like weird sci-fi, fantasy, kind of gene-shaping magic. And there are these, like, magical canisters, which are little, it's liquid. Green and glowing. Looks kind of radioactive. When you drink one, it rewrites your DNA to give you power. And in all of those games, except for the first one, where you're stuck on an island and you don't have any other choice, they are just one option of the ways to get stronger. Because the more you use them, the less human you become. If you keep rewriting your DNA over and over again to attain greater power, the DNA that's getting overwritten is that less useful stuff like empathy and emotional regulation. You turn into a cold, unfeeling cannon, basically. And it's really cool. And the games allow you to choose to use everyone you see, or choose to use just a couple of the really important ones, because it takes about 5 or 6 before you start to, like, have roleplay changes in your character. And your endings will be affected by how canister-addled you are by the end of the run. It's kind of like that, maybe, where if I keep clicking the illithid option every other time, I wouldn't be surprised if, as the game wore on, I became more pushed towards mind flayerishness and found it harder to resist the pull of the tadpole, whereas if I don't click on these, I imagine I'll have a much easier time. At least that's my guess. That's true. This one would have them leave. This one skips the paying, but that doesn't mean we couldn't then interact with the windmill and do more stuff. Let's raid the goblin's mind, maybe? Because that then leads to another option if it succeeds. If it fails, it's not great, but it's a goblin. Goblins aren't that hard to read the minds of. They're dumb. Oh, my hubris. Oh, my hubris. Why must I be such a creature of Ah, never mind, we're fine.
That's a lot of coin, I think.
That was not helpful. Let's do the bard line, because I'm a bard.
I don't want lessons, I want gold. But I'll settle for cutting out that silver tongue of yours.
Huh. Performance? Just let me go, please? we gonna Pied Piper the goblins? What's gonna happen here?
Now you're gone and spoiled the fun.
Oh, we're just begging.
I like it better when they got some fight in them. Clear off and don't come back. Tell your mummy how the nasty goblins made you wet your britches.
How about no?
Back again? I gave my last bloody warning already. You got a death wish, I reckon.
Does that turn everybody else? It's interesting. I would have thought... Although I suppose you could, like, enter another way. You know? If you were able to jump up there, but that's probably taking magic I don't have. Oh no, through there. Could you not? I'm just curious enough to want to... This is from before we started the conversation. I just want to see what happens if the goblins are alive when you reach the windmill. Because couldn't we sneak in?
With haste.
Can't reach it. It's right there. What do you need me to do? Jump in the cart? There's something red. Oh, that's just the sleeping bugbear again. But yeah, if we... Got another... No, there's nothing there. If we're over here... If everyone's hiding... Could we not just come in this way? Hiding failed, but I don't know that the warg is necessarily engaging us.
Time to press ahead.
Yeah. We only get involved in that conversation if we walk up there. There's a shield there, but we don't need that. There's a door. I don't think they'll notice us walking in if we're
I don't need any attention.
hiding or if we don't group up. Karlak could probably take them to Yeet. The shield.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Out of sight, out of mind.
I was wondering if you wanted me to pick up and carry one of the goblins away. Though, to be fair, that is what she should be doing in a fight with the goblins, is eating them. I don't know if we can necessarily help the goblin like this. Karlak, stop it. Yeah, this is pretty good. Alright, I don't know if there's anything to do in here, but we can go up the ladder. frumpy hat. Something of the frumpy explorer who keeps a lot of cats in the aesthetic of this hat. Hang on, there's levers. Release brake lever and brake lever. Which one should we do? Tell you what, let's save. We'll do a save. That seems like a wise man's move. I would assume the brake lever will stop the windmill. So out of curiosity, I would like to know what the other one does.
What the? Oh, Birdie just flew away!
I don't think we rescued the gnome. Quest complete! The deep gnome was killed. Oh fuck, and then they find us!
Based on your sorry carcass when I'm done with ya!
Alright, nah. Back. That's not what we're gonna commit to in this universe. A friend in your party went to pull the lever to release the gnome. He pulled the wrong lever and initiated the gnome space program. We didn't take their plaything. Taking their plaything would imply that the plaything is in our possession. The plaything is now in the sky's possession. You can... Realistically, I don't think we can skip these goblins in any other way than doing the illithid thing. So I think we'll try and... Because, like, if we break it, they'll probably just be like, hey, he's not moving anymore, fuck you, and then attack us. So I don't think this accomplishes anything that I really want it to. And I might just go there and do the illithid thing, because that's the actual only path that works, I dare say. I don't know, because, like, what's the point of paying to get past them? Although I note that there's a wooden hatch to the basement. Let's just hit this, but it'll probably start a fight. Wait, did we time it?
What's going on back
Yeah,
there?
apparently.
Go check it out! On it.
Yeah, in both situations they just send the goblin here. What if we all went upstairs? All, not some of us. Oh, hey.
Looking to have your guts spilled, are you? Killer!
She's attacking. She's not attacking well, but she's attacking. I didn't tell her to. All right. Now, how do y'all know a fight is even happening? You don't. We're not in turn-based. Could we have him shoot that warg while he's up here? Yes, we could.
Time to push my luck again.
Cannot reach destination. I'm trying to have you walk. Is it because they're in the way? Shadowheart,
Cloak and dagger.
you're not in combat. Let's get you moved, and then we'll be alright.
Survival is all that matters.
I'm just making this as awkward as possible for them. They're all very weak, though. This is not a fight that matters. Oh, you can hit up there, can you? Okay. Why would the cutting words happen after the hit? Oh, it's that one. Right.
Shall we dance?
Path is interrupted. You can move to where you've got an opening there. Still no? Where you gotta be? Where you gotta be? Fuck off! You can see it, can you not? Can you? There's a big hole.
I'm ready.
Right now he can't hit anybody as a result of all that. She can, though.
Let's end this.
No? Oh, you don't have an action. That would be why. Okay, you go hide in a corner.
The dance macabre. Let's do it.
There we go.
This is gonna feel good.
Is it? Kill that. Or don't. Well done. Should have raged first.
Can you feel death's cold grip? For the absolute!
Wonder if any of them will fuck with the gnome. I still want to dash. Oh, you're coming up. Good. Fight the raging barbarian. I'm not going to stop you. Please kill this.
What do I have to lose?
Good enough. Now we can see each other. Karlak can take a hit. Karlak can take several, I believe. No, still path interrupted. Nope. Not quite. This one just confuses me. Kill the one that's... Well, at least attack the one that has less health, though.
With pleasure.
What's the specific... Shove is a bonus action, so we should attack first. Just main hand. And then shove. 94% chance, and for some reason he'll get pushed off and out of the windmill. Or enhanced throw. True, enraged throw rather. Disadvantage. But I think that's a lie, because the disadvantage is coming from the fact that I'm fighting him, which changes once he's been picked up. Yeah, that's better than shove, you're right. Interesting, that's 92, but like, what am I throwing? Am I throwing him through that tiny window? Like, this is weird! Oh no, it says path is interrupted. This one doesn't. Let's just toss him. Critical miss! So he threw him at the guy's feet.
Got to concentrate.
Good enough!
Inside out.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you're sort of done. So you are allowed to attack, but let's, yeah, focus on the one with less
Breathe
health.
for me.
Because we can one-shot it. Brilliant.
Onward.
There's blood in the air.
Can't afford to let up.
I am tryharding this very simple fight against level 2s, but I don't care. Yeah, the percentage chance is correct. That's, yeah. That's all you really need. We're absolutely just going to short rest after this for Karlak's health. So let's see if we can just not spend any spells. We've got 2 Devouts there. But they're just casting spells on each other and not doing much. And the Warg is useless because he can't attack. So I'm just going to leave the Warg. There goes the blessing.
What are you waiting for?
Letting Karlak get hurt is good because it it continues the rage.
No escape.
What are you waiting for?
Ready.
These guys are now hiding too close. We can't hit them. Maybe we can't hit any of them right now. Oh, Shadowheart's stuck because of where the rest of us are standing.
Let's spill some blood.
Can I go there? Will that let you out?
To focus.
No, you're stuck because of me.
Smell blood.
Or because of Karlak, maybe. Piss off. Well, we don't have anything else, so... Oh, can I throw you? Yeah! I was just going to use the inventory, but there we go, dead!
Got to keep fighting.
You still don't have any options there, I don't think. And you still can't move. Let's see if they turn themselves around to a area where we can hit them. No, they're waiting, because they know they can't. But we can hit them. It's just that Shadowheart was stuck. That's the only reason why she couldn't. Okay, let's get the Devout first.
Let's get this over with.
We just come out, shoot, go back. We've broken them, basically.
Come on then.
Maybe don't stand in Karlak's way. Because Karlak has nothing to do now. It's just the warg. The warg can't cast spells at us, so we don't need to hide anymore, I don't
Forever,
think.
pal. Eat it.
Can't give up.
Oh no, it's moving. Path is interrupted now. I am unironically just going to give it another turn to move. We lose the rage, doesn't really matter.
Fall by my hand.
Fucking hell.
Time to kill.
Yeah, we're just gonna fish in a barrel this poor prick. Hang on. Ugh.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
You first.
Let's have some cut.
Now he has space. No?
Let's go.
Stand there and do it. Thank you. There we go. Now, that was completely unnecessary. But I also think that it was very clever. And a much better way to do the fight than a straight fight. It still would have been a very easy fight. But I certainly feel like a better player having used a fucking sniper's nest to take care of everything. We didn't even need, like, our barbarian still got to do barb shit without having to melee range. That was brilliant.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
And we have nothing up here, except for a makeshift spear and a goblin scimitar. What makes the makeshift spear interesting? Nothing really. Yeah.
Swift as my feet
I was
can
wondering if
carry
someone
me.
was going to set a fire. I thought someone might burn the ladder and then we'd have to, like, hurt ourselves jumping down, but none of the goblins did that. None of them had fire arrows or anything. Now, we will free the gnome, but we are going to loot first. I'm also a little bit concerned about having to fight the whole map now, which may or may not happen. I don't know if they are going to, Holy shit, Karlak is going to get encumbered, really? I didn't know she could. Right, yeah, she's almost there. Probably because she's carrying a bunch of 10-pound chests. And a 20-pound chest. That specific chest is double the weight of the others. Maybe we want to... Okay, 2 of them are 20, 2 of them are 10. Is there a difference in their health? Yes. That one's actually hurt. Interesting, the crude chest is not hurt, even though we have thrown it like a dozen times, but that one has taken a big damage hit. I think because it has, we'll drop it. I'll give her some space. I don't know that we necessarily want to give her the very heavy great axe, though. The fact that it's called very heavy, I don't know that the 9 pounds is worth the 130 gold, but like, it's literally, like, it is notably really very heavy. But Shadowheart can hold it and sell it to someone, right? And let's not forget there's a cellar here. Did we fully explore? Yeah, we did. There's nothing here except a broken statue. Also a mauled sheep. I think that was there before we fought the goblins.
What's in here?
God, I can see why his name is Barkus. How dizzy would he be? Like, how could he even string sentences together? His head must just be going brrrr still.
What's hiding here?
It would be very funny to just leave him. Although the quest does specify untying the gnome. not just... Yeah, maybe we don't get into any trouble because the goblins here are separated enough from the goblins in the rest of the village. And you could sort of argue that goblins would not necessarily identify a fight to the death as an attack against their people, but rather a an isolated quarrel. But I don't know, maybe they'll attack me as soon as I walk out there. I'll give it a shot, but let's get the gnome free first. Let's talk to him before we do the bindings, actually, because that's funnier.
Go on, cut me down.
Oh, we're not allowed to have a conversation until we free you? Okay. He's got 20 HP. He's level 3. He's a deep gnome. What is he? He's got 10 of everything. He doesn't appear to have a class.
Come on, untie. Cut me loose.
What's in it for me? I gotta.
Free me and find out.
Fine. Also, we didn't want to put in the work for rope cutting animations.
Bagakabara. There's pustulant thugs.
I kid, this game has a lot.
Well, get on with it.
Get on with what?
You saved me, now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
To be fair, I did give you a sentence to that effect, but now that you're guilt-tripping it, I don't really want to go through with it, so tell me how you got into this mess, preferably with a freeze frame and a look towards the camera.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a little far from home for a deep gnome. Namely, you're on the surface.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there.
I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
Yes, that is how that works. Ah, now we're looking for a pack, are we? Rescue the gnome complete. Barkus's pack, right? It's not a quest, it's a... Yeah. I guess it must be down the hatch. Because they haven't left it in the open. Don't think it's going to be up there or in this inaccessible scenery building. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Like, could we have skipped the fight and done the Illithid thing? Yes, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know that I want to use the Illithid options too much in this run. I feel like my bard is very attached to his sense of self. And I don't particularly feel like guzzling the Gene Forge canisters. If you'll permit me that analogy again. The Speedy Light Feet. Boots. When you dash, you gain 3 lightning charges, and your athletics go up as well. It is said the Speedy Light Feet were the first of many lightning inventions made by Eerie the Spark Struck. The boots' old frayed edges zap and crackle with even the slightest movement. Well, the only person who's going to dash with any regularity would be Astarion, because everybody else I don't like losing an action. But he can do it as a bonus action. He's also wearing boots of absolutely... Is he not proficient with medium? Damn it. Well, he can't really use them then.
Wits and blades.
But nobody is wearing boots that matter, so...
Careful, I bite.
The athletics +1's nice for Karlach. But I don't know that I'd use the effect on anybody other than someone with cunning action. I wouldn't say they fit with her gear, though. She looks like she stepped in cement. Also, it kills her unarmored bonus. God, they're really going out of their way to make these boots not useful, huh?
There is work to do.
Shadowheart, by virtue of being the only person who can wear them, wear them. It doesn't actually look as bad on her. It does not look good on her, but it doesn't look bad on her.
At least things have stayed interesting.
We also have a potion of glorious vaulting and a grease bottle. Fashion versus function is, yeah, a big problem in a game without a glamour system. I wonder if this game will get an update that allows you to, like, more... Because it sort of has one, but it only does it for the chest and the boot slots, and I wonder if they'll add, like, a head slot for that or something. Because you can use your camp gear overlaid over your armor. But that's very rudimentary. Yeah, they have dyes, that's what I mean. So they have, like, the framework for it. They just don't have it as a full system. I imagine mods exist that let you fully customize your character's looks without affecting their actual gear, but I'm not playing this version with any mods. No doubt, once, either as soon as I finish my stream playthrough or, like, a year after I finish my stream playthrough, I'm gonna... go wild with this game in my personal time. I just, I can't afford to do that this early because I would very quickly outpace my stream playthrough. Like, I could get this amount done in less than a week, probably, because I'd be moving faster since I already experienced a lot of it. And also, I don't have a great screen time balance in my personal life. But who here does? Fuck you all. Smoke powder satchel. This explodes when ignited, damaging everything in the vicinity. Sure do love having a bomb in my bag. Did we not put shoes back on Karlach? She doesn't really need them. What do they do for her? Nothing. She has sandals on at home.
What to do?
Is that the pack? Because it had
Open up.
blue boots in it, so I guess that was the pack. Okay. That's true. For the sake of one's reputation, we will put her shoes back on. Although I think the answer comes from the fact that I very demonstrably didn't notice. Also, in terms of heavy things she has, we should maybe use this barrel sooner rather than later, because it is a 26-pound barrel. Comparatively, this satchel does effectively the same thing for 0.3 of a pound. 22, 34, 44 plus 18. 12, 21, 3d4 plus... Okay, the barrel's better, but... in terms of weight to bang ratio, I would say that the satchel has a more favourable weight to bang ratio.
Light on my feet.
You think the barrel should be on Astarion? I think the barrel is to... Well, no, he's got nothing else, isn't he?
Wanna dance?
Don't touch me.
Realistically speaking, this means he is basically a bent over with a giant barrel on his back that says fucking TNT on the side. If I had... if I had a bastion of fan artists... in my stream, I would challenge them here to give us a picture of Astarion bent over, carrying a TNT barrel on his back, sneaking around, waiting for a good place to put it. If anybody wants to clip that and send it to Twitter, we might get lucky.
No one back home will ever believe this.
No, they won't, will they? What the hell was that?
Have to keep going.
Was that the was that every single corpse up here erroneously delivering a death sound? That was like the opposite of the long rest R. Is it gonna happen again? Yes! I can trigger the last gasps of a pack of goblin unfortunates at will. Speaking of a short rest, Karlak does need one. Let's,
All right. Time to see what new horror's waiting for us.
very optimistic there, Astarion. Well, anyway, let's see if we're in trouble with the remaining goblin hordes. I think we aren't, because we're getting closer to them and I'm not detecting any objections. Hello.
You should speak up.
I murdered like 7 of your mates. Do you care?
Scram!
Nope, he doesn't. Brilliant. A fun D&D story you heard involved a halfling who carried around a potted plant at all times. It provided cover and could be set on fire for a smoke screen. Well, yes, but then you'd need a new potted plant. Unless it was magic. It was an Everburn plant, maybe. We still haven't explored the well, but I'd like to go to the north, because it looks like it's still part of the village, even though there's sort of a wall here. There was like a barn that was like full of an angry monster, so we should probably save before we explore that. Moonhaven, land of exposed arses. Right. Wasn't this... I swear it was making noise before. Maybe it
No traps, please.
changes whether it does or not. Have we been in there? Rocky crevice. Looks like it's for the small... Maybe we could send Scratch down there. There's a dagger +1. And some roasted meat.
feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Examine the meat. Perhaps there is a trick to removing the dagger.
You notice the blade is at an angle to the meat's grain. If you align the dagger with the grain, it should slip out easily.
It should. So that skips having to do a sleight of hand check? Okay.
Thanks to your keen eye, the dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
I mean, the meat's worth camp supplies too. I don't see any reason not to take that as well.
Mystery meat, tough as boar hide. Only the sharpest teeth could pierce it.
We're not allowed to bring it. Says it's worth 8 chunks of food. I'm upset. Anyway. Dagger +1. Now you have a short sword and a dagger. The dagger +1 could be your offhand? Is that 4925? If we swap this, 5816.
All right. What now?
Either way is presumably fine. The important thing is that he has them both. Yeah, the +1 is to hit as well as to damage. That's the thing, yeah.
Need to find a way forward.
Okay, I could have sworn that the last time I was over here and I didn't continue this, this thing was shaking. But it doesn't appear to be now. I don't know whether that means that we rested and therefore whatever was happening in there isn't anymore, or if I'm wrong. But I thought there was something in there, so let's see.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone or something is having a bit of fun.
I was about to make that joke. A guttural groan and a series of bangs, I was about to say. Okay, so that sounds less like a monster and more like a... like a rendezvous, but, okay, that... Uh-huh. So do we use our words, or do we open the door? I can't tell if that's like 4 or 5 of you all unanimously agreeing on politeness, or if one person... Split 1 to 3. So Raptor wants me to open the door, and the other people want me to be kind. I say how it is. Oh no, never mind. Shit, I've left it too long. Well, now I have to fucking... I think opening it would be funnier. but also I have nudity turned off, so, like, if this scene is confronting, it isn't going to be. Yeah, strictly speaking, the best option is to not go in, but this is a video game, and unless a door is designed to be unopened, Disco Elysium style, you gotta go in. Let's go in.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
Okay, we're being chastised. We'll listen to her, we'll say hello.
Go away!
But there could be loot in there. Astarion approves! Oh, man.
What the hell are you doing?
His fucking face! Uncomfortable. 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 I'm gonna go with the Bard line, because it's the Bard line. Do carry on. I'm so glad we have Astarion. Well, this then begs the question of Lae'zel, Will, and Gale, because I reckon he's the odd one out here. I don't think, like, Lae'zel doesn't smile at all. Will, I think, is too straight-laced, and Gale has a slightly larger chance of finding it funny, but I think he'd find it weird more than anything else. Not weird like what they're doing. What they're doing is fine, but weird to be there. Do carry on. Difficulty class 15. Yeah, I don't really doubt that. Do we want to spend a level 1 spell slot on this? Do we think it's worth that? No. Oh dear. Ah, we're fine.
Tell of my rutting, my virility.
Don't want this puny rutting written down.
Puny? I am strong. I am virile. I am a...
Enough! Oh, a moment ruined. Passion squished like slow goats underfoot. Oh, we leave.
Sorry. I think we took your dagger too. Well, one of yous. Where did he find the pants? Your dagger. You leaving, or are you just going back to your camp? Nope, he's materializing into a tree. Okay. Anyway. We'll feed this one to someone who wasn't in the party at this time. Anyway. We've read that. The realm according to Bumpo. I think we've read that too, but Bumpo is a funny name with regards to what's just been going on. That said, I don't seem to be able to click on it. Oh, I didn't mean to pick it up. I wanted to read the fucker. Yes, we've encountered the life and times of Bumpo before. We get a magical item in here. Doesn't look like there's anything in here that really warrants disturbing them. But you know, they wrote this scene, goddammit, so it should be experienced. Genuinely curious if that scene was edited for the nudity filter or not. Not curious enough to find out, but curious. It's one of those cases of, I'd like to know the answer. I don't know that I'd like to see the answer. But there's no cellar here, which is what I thought there'd be because of this rocky crevice. I do not remember if I went in there or not. You kept on walking, so you're glad I opened the door. Well, I mean, did you get the information on what was going on in there and then decide not to disturb it, or?
Attention!
Can we throw this without everybody taking a fucking reactive hit? Yes. There's nothing under it, though.
All's well that ends. Well,
a second playthrough. Yeah, well. There's a bridge here, but we're starting to maybe match up with the area to the north that I decided
very well
to stop. Oh. Pressing into, but we'll check this because it looks like we can't get it. Well, we could jump it, but it's sort of a clean
Something over there.
end. Thieves' tools for Astarion and money for me. This is a £20, 50 HP chest.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, I think we're throwing people way more often than we're throwing chests at this stage. So we don't need her to have more than the 3 that she has. And we dropped the one that had been damaged. We could replace the 25er with the 50er, but
have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I think Karlak is well equipped. It's when we run into enemies too big to throw that we start throwing the objects. But yeah, it would be easy enough to just jump across this. But that just takes us to the knoll area, which we've already fought over here. We have not really been fully down this path, though. But that can be later. Seems like that's everything in this village. Except for what lies below it. I might poke around outside to the left before I go down. But not to the point of leaving and entering the goblin camp. Why do they keep dying again?
Let's see what this does.
That is not... I have not encountered that before. Is it because there was a fight on the overworld and I keep returning to it before I've, like, rested to get rid of them or something? Like, every time we get close to these guys after we've been far away or at a scene transition, they die again. Audibly. Right, so there's a bridge here. Beyond that bridge is some desolation. And also the Sazza quest marker. So that might be our best point of entrance to that area, because Sazza will help us in a way that
I'll take that.
Approaching from another direction might not.
I'm talented.
Yeah, this is the Goblin's place. Oh boy, is it ever. They appear to be having a good time, too.
You've seen one of them nose up close.
It's cool that we can catch a glimpse before we get close enough to have to deal with it. Games that have this sort of, like, not open world, like, this isn't an open world game because we can't just walk in any direction and find any corner of the entire map. We're still in, like, the area that is designed for Act 1, and then you move on later to the area designed for Act 2. It's not open world in that sense, but a game that does a large map and does not want to be open world has to do a difficult job at making the landscape look real while also segmenting you in a way that suits its purposes. And this game does that pretty well. Because, like, sure, we can roam all of this freely now, but we started here. We could not access any of these, I don't think, without getting close enough to the Emerald Grove that the doorway fight happens. It's funneled through that point. We can't leap over to the swamp from the beach. And it also gives you a nice, like... This swamp has one entrance. But it doesn't feel like it has one entrance. It feels like it's a natural part of everything else. And back to here, which is about where we entered. I should add this to the item hotbar, which unfortunately is fucking huge. I wanted to add it to like a special hotbar. We can add it to custom. Yeah, there we go. So this just has your whole inventory. I thought it would have, like, items that aren't categorized as something else, but I guess it has all your scrolls and everything. Potions. Yeah, when we're fighting a boss of some kind, we can summon ogres. We could summon them. We could also throw a spectator at a boss if we like, but the spectator is not on our side, and also that requires us to open the chest, which we officially have not done since we reloaded. So it's some slight metagaming there, but still. Yep, there's really nothing else here except for the bridge. Unless we could, like, leap to there, but I don't know that that's... Actually, you probably could jump down. You'd then be stuck down there. And it's just another pathway along. But yeah, Sazza is right there. We can see her. So that's why that is there. Because even though the goblin camp is up here... Well, actually, it's more there, but even though the goblin stuff is there... I assume that you could maybe enter the goblin camp from the north as well. But we should go via Sazza. In fact, we really don't have anywhere else to go except north. Or Sazza. So I guess there's a question of, do we want to take a look at the Githyanki stuff before we look at the goblins? Because we could bring Lae'zel out for that. We have this well. I also wanted to try something out here. I wanted to go to the crevice, because I don't remember going in there.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
No, but how small do you have to be? We haven't actually tried a small entrance since we got a hold of this, so let's,
Can
you go in there? I think you're too big, but I'm going to try it. Not you.
Maybe if I were a halfling.
Right, see, if a halfling can do it, Scratch should be able to do it. Right? No. He is not small. Like, I agree, he's not the size of a
No time to rest.
of an insect, but if a halfling can do it, I feel like a dog should. Alas, and hell, maybe I've been in here before, but I don't remember it, so let's send my traditional scouting mage hand. Oh, it's the owlbear nest. Right, I have been in there. Okay. I thought it might have been the Whispering Depths. Sorry, Scratch is in here now. Huh? He can't use the transition, but he... Never mind, we don't need to be in here anymore. Whatever he found is not going to be that interesting. Yes, but what then gave him the order to enter the thing? If he's allowed to enter it but can't do it on his own, that's not very useful. It seems like a misstep to me. Anyway, it doesn't lead where I wanted it to lead, so we can ignore it. We have used it before. I just couldn't remember. Because there wasn't any other cave that I could think of except for the one that's right here. The bugbear may sleep on. Let's take a look at this well.
Seems simple enough.
Apart from an overgrowth of moss, the well looks unremarkable.
Feels like not important enough to use inspiration on, but the fact that we're capped on inspiration means I will. Well, I'm not going to do it twice.
Dry stones line the wall, but the darkness below is impenetrable. The coin disappears into the well. After a moment, you hear a soft clink, not a splash.
Fuck it! Yep, that's what I thought. Whispering Depths, and there's a skeleton at the bottom of the Wellington. And we're not too far away from the original entrances from the blacksmith's house. Skeleton has a tourmaline ring, which I don't think is going to be the gem key for the... There's my... That is a really nice touch. A lot of games, throw a coin in the well, you arrive at the bottom of the well, there wouldn't be your gold wouldn't be there. But Baldur's Gate 3, if you toss a coin in the coin is at the bottom of the well, and you can just have it back. And I'm no longer being guided. Alright, so this is presumably large. We'll see where it leads, because I don't want it to be like a back way into the goblin camp and then fuck up my Sazza assisted entry. But we'll definitely explore the depths. That goes without saying. We'd like to get the necromancy key. But I'm going to take my break here and eat some food, so we'll take a look when we get back. If you're wondering why I haven't spoken yet, it's because I inhaled some of my food. And speaking isn't as comfortable as it was before I went away. I do not recommend it. But I'm back. And we have a hole to explore. Ooh. This animal carcass doesn't belong to me, and who the fuck is going to argue? That's interesting, a stealing marker.
Something didn't like that.
Hey there, Ettercap. Phase spider. Uh-huh. Well, okay. It vibrated a web. So it's so mechanically they give you that impression by giving it the red. Interesting. That's actually really cool. Okay. Infested. Crawling with tiny spiders. When hit with a melee attack, the infestation spreads to the attacker. Upon death, the infestation spreads to all nearby, but it's removed by fire or acid. I genuinely wonder if that means Karlach's okay. I do not know. A phase spider's a little teleporting buggers. Yeah, there they go. Whee! Don't know where he went. Yeah, so I mean, like, it's not okay because she's Karlach, but because her weapon is fire-based, melee attacking with a fire-based weapon is probably not going to give her the bugs. So they're actually up on these webs. That would be disadvantaged because of normal range, but we can, like, move in. Yeah. I don't have a good reason to do anything else to him right now. Unless I wanted to... Well, if I could frighten him, he won't come closer. Firebolt the web they're standing on. Yes, I mean, the web is traversal for us, but... You can climb up there. We needn't necessarily get all the webs, and in a pinch, Karlach could leap it, couldn't she? No, not mockery. We have 7 spell slots now, so I'm going to throw a Dissonant Whispers at the Ettercap, see if we can frighten it so it does not come up on us. Yeah, I'll throw a Cutting Words to try and make the save disappear. Perfect. Cast web at us, but we all fucking saved, though we are standing in the web. Double movement. Alright. Can we firebolt this, or is it too far away? We can. It would cause her to move. Let's just I don't want to use her movement without doing this. It's got to break this backpack, but I want to see it happen. Oh, that's interesting. The backpack lived. They didn't take much damage. It burned it up, but rather than setting them on fire, it just dropped them both. Let's get you off the web. Scratch, you're not a fighter. Let's get you out of the web, but, like, away. Don't know what that Ettercap's plan is. It's a million miles away. Get you out of the web as well. Just have you finish this one off. Again, I really should rage first. I made that mistake before. Will he have to save against the web as he walks through it? Because he's not in it. The rest were in it and saved. We don't have much other choice. Can he jump clear? Not without walking into it, so there's no point in that. Alright. Let's hope that he doesn't get stuck.
Yes, here.
He saved. He can't get out though, but he saved. Yeah, we'll have to dash him. Do you shoot one of them now? Yes, with advantage as well. Very good. Which I think means sneak attack, right? It's any form of advantage. Yep.
Make it hurt.
Immune to toxin. I didn't know I had toxin on his. I guess it does, doesn't it? I don't know why then. But that one is definitely nearly dead. That was crap teleport, but good for you. I got 2 more charges of cutting words. Is this on short rest, recharge, or long rest? I don't know, but the fact that I feel like I should always use it when it's an automatic success because, well, no, if I get a 1 here, they still hit me. I'm gonna let them hit me. Because it will be short rest heal and we're taking 1 anyway for a Astarion. What I can do is Hellish Rebuke, but I don't think I need to because that's the 3 HP spider. Oh, up you go, alright. That's irritating. Very irritating. Can't actually hit you.
My faith will protect me.
Will it? Oh, we have simple toxin. Well, he has. The rest of us do not.
Still on my feet.
Interesting. What's the mechanics here? Yeah, so like I'm allowed to hit him with the spell, but I don't want to. It feels like a waste. Oh, it's in these puddles. Poison gives me disadvantage on the hit. I'm still doing well there, though. Can you jump over the webbing? No, but you saved.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
I think we're done, anyway. The Ettercap would like to play too. Damn it. Could you throw the Ettercap? Too heavy. Unfortunately, we are not dealing with throwable enemies in this in this life. We can go up there and smack it, but I like the idea of keeping a distance because the Ettercap is coming. Still, I think it's fine for this one. Since it's got 6 HP. What's our range? 3 to 12. Over there it's 7 to 20. Yeah, go with the melee. Guarantee the kill.
Boom!
You can back up as you have. Can we chuck something at you? Probably not. It's probably too far away, but, like, let's try. No, we can chuck something at you. Can we chuck something at the one up here? Path is interrupted, so no. But we can chuck something at the Ettercap for a 99% chance. Brilliant. The wooden chest took no damage, and the Ettercap was knocked on its ass and taken for 20 HP. On a bonus action. Have we mentioned these guys are silly?
This way.
Not these guys. The throwing is silly. I think we can just hit you from here. Yes! Oh, that's very helpful. The Ettercap will have to sit itself up, right? Like, they're not going to be able to move all the way to melee range us, I think.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Walk through the toxin. I'd rather walk around it. Outside normal range. Okay, so take another step forward. Half movement. Yeah, shouldn't be able to get here unless it dashes, and if it dashes, it can't act. Also, it's got a good chance of being dead before its next turn, apparently. I don't know that Shadowheart's going to manage to hit it, though. Well, more likely than not. Go on. There we go.
Let's move.
You're alright. Song of Rest. Da 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 da. Now, is that the only fight in the little dungeon? I don't think so.
Never mind.
Might be, but I feel like we might be in a bit more danger than that. Oh, there's a lot of shit here, though. Add to wares. Note that it's not red anymore, presumably because everything that would react is not going to. There's a spider silk cocoon. What happens if I shoot this? Potion of healing.
I had a bag of holding.
I love that.
Best be on my way.
Well, it's interesting because it looks like there's a body-shaped object in it, in fact. But that disappears. All we get is the loot. The Ettercap's empty. The face spider's empty. Makes sense. They wouldn't have any objects. They'd have, like, body parts if this was that kind of game. But we are not a Harrispex. Antidote! Well, that's a little bit funny. Don't ask how I reached that. A scroll of Featherfall. May I please click on it? Can't reach it. Oh. That's the most valuable thing we've found so far, and that's the one that's physically glitching? I could grab my mage hand. Could you, Could you toss that over? Too high? Eat a ball.
Soldier,
You grab it.
where to?
No, 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 not the Kragan. Oh, God, what are you doing? No, God, that's not... That was in the foreground of the camera. Stop it! No! Damn, Scratch, that's impressive. Still, no! Are you kidding me? You're right there! Yeah, but fly is from one land spot to another land spot.
Still
You can't make
alive.
it hover.
So that's progress.
No idea what the intended method of getting this is. Everybody back away.
At the ready.
Scratch, that ain't backing away.
What's next, I wonder?
Right then. Very normal.
Still breathing, despite everything. Anything of use?
A leather helmet. Anybody here not have a hat on who should? Maybe you. Oh, but we don't look good with it on, do we? Christ alive. Let's hide that. Oh, no, not camp. Let's hide, hide helmet. Hide helmet all the time, please. Bring back that hair.
Looking ahead. Moving ahead.
Karlak,
Yourself?
you can have your chest back.
Let's get going. Something
Your
good here.
Ettercap Crusher
I
chest. There's a polished ring. There's some misbehaving camera angles. There's Alchemist's Fire. Apprentice's Journal. Oh, hello. A meandering reed documenting an apprentice's flight from his homeland and struggles in his new life. 3 Uktar. Let it be known that I left my homeland because I was bound to my master, and not because I chose to. Were it not for the oath I swore, I would still be home, serving the Zulkiers, and not tending to hogpox in this crude hamlet. However, an oath is an oath, and I will serve him as is my duty until I am released. The early journal entries are written in a delicate, intricate script that gets rougher and wilder the more pages you turn. It ends with one hastily scrawled entry. They did it! The Dark Justicars got the old bastard before the Zulks could. Now he's bleeding out, and once he's gone, I'll be free of his oath. I can go back. I'll return the tome of necromancy he stole. They'll forgive me then. They'll know I'm loyal. The key gem's secure in the tunnels. Once I have it, I'll slip into the cellar, take what I can carry, and then... home. Unlock the book. We don't have a marker, but in the tunnels. We had something like that once, Demon Dragon. It was in the fight against the undead and the coffins. There was like one where I told Karlak to attack something, expecting her to take 2 steps forward, and instead she decided to go around the entire pillar and used up her whole turn. I mean, she didn't use her actions, but she stopped moving in an area where no action could be taken. During combat, when the wearer starts their turn with less than half health, they gain momentum. Might be something for Astarion, because he's the most likely of us to get battered. He's already got a ring, but his ring is crap. So yeah, let's give it him.
I've got a long road ahead.
Good God, where did it go? There it is.
What a day.
Can't give up now. Better be cautious.
I don't actually know why you're going to have 2 rings. Specifically 2. I don't... Because, like, if the idea is one for each hand, okay. But you realise that a ring goes around the finger. It's not something that goes around the wrist. So by the logic of allowing you to have a second one, you should also arguably be allowed to have 10. Maybe 4, just because thumb rings are tacky. Sorry, 8. It's a shame Knights of the Old Republic 2 didn't have ring slots, and then just Kreia just doesn't get a second one.
Can't slow down.
I always thought that was just the funniest little character-specific quirk. Missing a hand. So how valuable is a spider egg? Doesn't say. In fact, we can't pick it up, we can only attack it. There's a full-on web covering that path, which we'd need to hit, but it only has 1 HP. Which is less than the, walkable ones, in fact. Dead goblin. I like that you can tell whether something was dead before you got here or not, because they will literally call it Dead X if its existence started as a corpse. Whereas this is Ettercap, but with the dead status effect. Where do I start? Here'll do. How have I been doing? We should go this way to match up with the because yeah, clearly to the left is where the rest of the dungeon is. Oh, you do in fact get stuck on there. Now, where's the one we broke? Didn't we break this one? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it regrew. No, it's this one here. The hand of Vecna lets you wear an extra... That's cool. Ah, here's something. We'll, finish exploring the boring parts first, if that makes sense. Oh, but we should get out of the simple toxin. Fuck. At the end of its next turn. 1 damage. I think she'll live. Is that just always going to be there? Why did that... How did that happen, I wonder? Because, like, the puddles of it that were under our feet were under our feet for a reason. It's because they hit us with it. Trying to access this area that my guys are walking into. It's actually difficult to do. Right, it's a waterfall. And it leads to one of the entrances from... But then how would you use that? Great, this is the blacksmith's place. So we've been here, but we didn't come out from it, which means we didn't cross that web, which comes around to out here. Okay. Well, not quite. So every instance of that creates the reverberation as well. Which then starts the fight. Did I see the wall light up for a sec there? I don't know. And then what was this higher one?
Let's march. Soldier?
Right. Goes to up there. She's so far away we required a scene transition.
My step.
Let's skip as much web as we can. Oh. They'll join us when they can. Up here, cross there. Man, these webs are just terrible for traversal. Let me end up back there. There's nothing up here. Now we can go in there. Okay, I'm satisfied. We've explored everything except the paths to the left, and this little corner. Burnt journal. That's probably not readable. Most of the book's pages have been carefully burned away. Those that remain contain a single sentence, rewritten in varying stages of agitation. In her form, I find ecstasy. Yeah. The spell is not enough. Soul coins, we've read that. Gith and Mind Flayers, I think we read that. Magic of the Weave, I think we have definitely read that. Bloody Journal. Though originally a screed on Lolth, penned in blood, this book's crimson script has been smeared away in several places, a different hand writing atop it. I recall my life upon the surface with more than regret. I weep for the decades spent treading the murky waters of profanity while my true queen waited in the shadows. Even my name, Eliette, feels foreign and foul upon my tongue. A high elf exalted by Lolth herself. My drow captors cannot fathom it. But I see their house's downfall in visions granted by the Spider Queen herself. When that day comes, when some unnamed whelp from an insignificant house cuts the matron mother's throat, I will escape. I will find solitude, and I will worship Lolth with my very soul. Where is that one? I did pick it up. But I don't see a book. How have I done this? Because it was Apprentice's journal we put in. Where did Bloody Journal go? Didn't go to anybody else, did it?
Let's get on with it.
No. I don't know.
All right. What now?
It's still there. That would be why. Web-covered journal. This book's leaves are stuck together with thick webbing that leaches ink when pulled from the page. Only the final entry remains remotely legible. It is time. I will forever transcend this blasphemous flesh and refashion myself in the Queen's image. No longer will I be bound to this lowly form, this base shape of organ and bone. Even the arachnomancers of Menzoberranzan shall weep at my feet, their little spells so feeble and fleeting. Today I found the House of Lolth, and I shall be its matriarch. Spider step boots. Immune to being enwebbed. Yep, I can see how that might help right now. Let's put them on. Problem is that we need 4 of those. 8, technically, 2 for each person. Counting by boot. A journal filled with hastily sketched diagrams of spiders and various spell runes. The captions are largely written in code, save for a few passages near the end that are penned in shaky common. They can sense my devotion. It draws them. I hear them in the shadows, whispers from the Dark Mother. I woke to a gift wrapped in spider's silk. A pair of boots, taken from a heretic's corpse. Lolth sends her daughters to reward my faith, to let me know I am on the right path. Another gift. The corpse of a drow, sigils scarred upon his face. An arachnomancer, one with the power to inhabit the spider's form. It is a message, calling. My blood already dries upon the dagger, her blessed image carved into my skin. Ritual diagram. An ornate diagram is drawn upon this parchment depicting a ritual of some kind. At the bottom, 2 figures, a spider and an elf, are sketched within overlapping circles. A single word is penned beneath them. Transcendence. And a whole buggardly bunch of spell scrolls. Very good.
On my way.
We're going for Drider, but with a... So that would be a hider, then. Or spy elf. I don't think there's anything else to do or collect here. But I reckon this is foreshadowing for whatever horrible monster we're going to encounter at the end of this path. Oh, Scratch, no! Scratch was a tiny bit poisoned, but he should be okay. So this is about where we stopped. We found that there was a spider web blocking the way forward that way. Easily removed, mind you. Oh, hang on, saving now. Always love it. That is the equivalent of like the DM going, interesting. Is the unannounced quick save. It's good, but it just gives me a sense of foreboding. There are, in fact, more phase spiders here. One at least. Something purple on the ground there. More webs. And we could go down this way, but let's not. Let's stay up for as long as we can. If a fight should start again, that will serve us better. Let's maybe do a group crouch.
Have to keep going.
Scratch, can you hide?
Should have worn better boots. What path lies before me?
Can't really hide and walk on the webs. What we can do is surprise shoot. Oh god, hi! Phase spider
Best get in and out.
mummy. Predator of the ethereal plane. I got 2 babies, comparatively, down there. But do we want to ambush the mum? I think we can't. I think we'd have to get closer. And the thing is, to get closer, we would need to cross webs, and that's an easy way to get caught. And as soon as we get caught, she knows there. So we should take advantage of the surprise on this spider, because we can get it from here, and then try to keep ourselves here and let the mother come to us.
Quietly now.
Don't go down there, you idiot. Why? Why are you insisting on that? Okay, that'll do. It's definitely just the three of them too, which is good. Actually get another hit in. Cool. Nobody else is in combat yet either. Cooler. You will not be able to jump past the web. There's also nowhere to go there. So,
Taking my time in the shadows.
I have the immunity to the web, so I can, like, creep up and then shoot the mother. This one just seems to be in a bad position for getting shot at, so I think we try to shoot the mother.
Never wanted the easy path.
Can we get you in normal range? We can. Advantage. Maybe I want to cast a spell at you instead, though. This seems like a proper fight after all. 125 health. Let's do a Dissonant Whispers, but raised up a level. Good shit. Would Karlak be best doing a normal throw for action and rage throw as bonus action? Maybe. Not when she's got to rage.
I'd love to, thanks. Foxy.
I think right now we just keep doing this sneak thing.
Shh.
Could you throw... Because she won't be able to do an enraged throw right now. She can't, rage up when she's doing this, but could you throw? Yeah, there's also improvised melee weapon as well, but that's not as fun. Could you throw a chest? From here. Yeah. It's not an enraged throw, but I think it's going to hit harder than her crossbow would. Presumably.
1, 2.
No, I didn't hurt that much. Still got her involved.
I need to concentrate.
Should we bring out a spiritual weapon for this? I'm gonna say yes, because it's just one spell slot, and it was a lot of fucking power last time. That said, it depends on where this spider goes, but I think the spiritual weapon could actually fly across this gap. For now, though, since this is just a surprise attack, we might just go Guiding Bolt. Yeah. Holy fuck! Maybe we don't need a spiritual weapon. Jesus!
Hungry for the slaughter.
It's also scared, so it's not going to come toward us. We can pop a hunter's mark on it. That'll do. Yeah, surprised and frightened. The rest of us don't have many actions we can take, though. I can just throw an offhand attack at you, though. Oh yeah, the Guiding Bolt. It's fine.
Let's finish this.
She can rage up now. I think that's okay, so long as she attacks next turn.
Need to stay focused.
Scratch isn't in the combat, he's still hidden. That's fine, we don't really have anything for him to do. We could use the bonus action to bring out the spiritual weapon. If I hadn't already taken half of this poor fucker's health, I would, but I think because I have, it's a waste.
Well, so much for peace.
Let's cut your fire, baby.
Alright, outside normal range. We'd need to get you on the web because you don't have any spells to throw. Firebolt. Slightly higher chance of hitting with a firebolt. Also, it might drop the spider if it hits the web, right? Still says outside normal range, but like... Right, yeah, no, we get the advantage here, which we didn't in the other thing, so... Do this. No, didn't break the web, just hurt it. Still hurt it. Hurting is good when it's the enemy. So it's still frightened. Let's see what it actually does. Hey there! It used venomous discharge on Scratch! Well, actually, that's good, because Scratch is the least valuable contributor to the party right now. However, that's a guaranteed help from cutting words there. And it's an attack roll, so a miss is a miss. So we are going to use cutting words, because it's basically, would you like your dog to not get hurt? Yes!
The rancid shark!
That actually hit everybody. Well, missed everybody. But the point is... Whoa, You are up in my grill, as it were. I didn't really mean to tank the boss, but I guess that's what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna dual-wield attacks. Better than nothing.
What should I do?
It's interesting, Scratch doesn't get a turn.
Ready.
And I guess Karlak can just throw more stuff, because running on the web would be a risk. I was not expecting the spider to land right there. Let's have Karlak throw another one of her, When the hell did she pick up sacred munitions? Like, why does she have the ability to inflict her bolts with holy energy? Is it the nature of the crossbow itself? Yeah. Proficiency with this weapon type unlocks. Okay. Wait, hang on. Spend 6 meters of your movement speed. For the rest of your turn, roll range damage. Oh, use the highest result. Okay, that's fine. Do the enraged throw. You've got more chest ammunition.
Easy out.
6, 8, 4, and prone. Man. I think we just shoot now. Could we do a regular throw? Yes, but that'll be our last chest, and also it's... Presumably this spider will come into range eventually, and we might want to chuck a chest at that. That's true, we have other things. How much damage does a shield do? Still a decent amount. Does the item survive it? Can't really examine the item, unfortunately.
My faith will protect me.
We are fucking destroying this thing. I still kind of want... I don't want to just throw with her all the time, though. Like, I still want to use weapons occasionally.
choice but to keep going.
Come on, come into range. Well, that was a rude way to come into range. You're getting the rebuke. Ow, 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 owity, ow. Did that give me poisons and things? It didn't. It just gave me a big smack to the head. Kill him, could you please? Him. Her, matriarch. Pest can what? Allow me to explain. Achievement unlocked. Pest control. Kill the spider matriarch before her eggs hatch. Probably because we ambushed her. I assume there's no, like, cutscene, right? Because it's a spider. It's not a talker. Phase spider egg. They're there. 6 of the fuckers. And then an additional 6. Yeah, that does account for that. My word. Starian is done. Scratch is basically done. I am sore. I will use a healing word on myself. Well, yeah, it's interesting. She chose to teleport away from the clutch and just fight us. Why would we go over there? Oh, that's interesting. Look at this. The area on this spider's body in which we choose to click it decides whether we're going to shoot at it very sensibly or very, very insensibly.
Blood follows me everywhere.
I don't know where that simple toxin is coming from when you're hitting it with a ranged attack, but whatever. I'm gonna get
at the ready.
Out of the way.
Need to stay focused.
Do you reckon so? Target outside normal range. I don't think there's a way to get you in normal range.
I'm heating up.
But I do know what Karlak can do. I mean, he's already here.
Got it.
Fetch boy? And away he fucking goes! That was a crit! Where is it? Oh, I went too far. Yeah, here it is. Scratch this ball for 4 damage, scratch this ball for 9 damage. Shadowheart wants to sleep.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like the main encounter of the location, so we'll have a sleep in this horrible cave as soon as we finish looting it. Karlak... I'll tell you what, everybody stay on group for now, because I don't want to
One
deal
day
with the
I'll
web
catch a
bullshit.
break.
I will pick the chest up and then magic it into her inventory. Poisoner's Robe. Uncommon clothing. When the wearer casts a spell that deals poison damage, it deals an additional 1d4. Found in the Spider Queen's stomach. I mean, Gale could eat that. Also a silk gland. Because spider. I think we just leave those alone. As a rule. Speaking of the ultimate in disrespect, just because it's funny.
What am I to do?
That was 41 damage. Is that just because it's a corpse? I should have done that, but then again, I was on the web. If I had left... It's too late now, and we absolutely fucking embarrassed the spider anyway, but... It's interesting, and...
Let's get going.
I don't know why y'all keep going back up, but we're down here now. I do know why. It's because I swapped to someone who was still up there before.
Another step forward.
There's even more fucking webs. Also, we're getting toxined, but that's fine because we'll go to camp and rest.
No traps, please. I feel a breeze. I wonder what's down there.
What's down there?
By all means. You first.
I'd imagine death. Yeah, death. Let's back up to Webland. Yeah, leading to the... What the fuck is a waypoint doing here? Do we have Featherfall? We do if we bring Gale, but... We have 3 scrolls of Featherfall. Which would allow us to jump down there. But, more immediately pressing is this lovely little dark amethyst I spy. Well, no, the waypoint being here lends credence to the idea that this is maybe an entrance to the Underdark. In which case, I don't know that I want to go to the Underdark right now, because I have a bunch of stuff on the Overlight to do. But evidently the Underdark is a place. I know it's a place that you can explore. I didn't know when or how, but I did read somewhere that there's an Underdark map. But yeah, there's no reason for that to exist unless it's because there's a transition point that you'd want to access. Which this looks to be, although it does kill you if you don't jump properly. The thing is, you wouldn't be able to get back up without the waypoint. So that's probably why it's there.
Don't mind if I do.
It's good that it's there, because that means I might be willing to drop down. It's just, do I want to spend a scroll on that? Because I'm not possessed of the spell permanently by anybody. What we do have, however, is the gem, which means we can unlock the book. And I am definitely playing a curious bard who is going to want to unlock the book, even if it's a mistake. Let's go to camp. Shadowheart, get out of the spider web. Fucking, let's make this easier.
Next?
No more web.
Don't waste a step.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Did we pick the bowl up? I assume he gave it back to Karlach. I didn't physically pick it up, but I think it's an automatic process that he returns it to you.
Hey-ho.
Yes, she has it.
I've got a long road ahead.
Well met.
Moving in.
Shah's blessings upon you. If you're sure.
I didn't mean to do that.
Fine. What's on your mind? Doesn't
still
even
like
need
me?
to be asked.
Yeah, you're still
Beyond me merely
you're still being weird about that, Shadowheart. Traveler's chest still has all my food and my books. Gale has some mugwort for me to steal. Do you want any food?
What's on your mind? Your enterprise do not yet need
Thank
to consume.
God, alright, good then. Because you've been bloody hungry lately, I thought it would just keep going and going. But I guess not. Alright, Dark Amethyst. Meet Necromancy of Thay.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole. Only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in.
Similar colour to my own
Curious.
eyes, at least one of them.
Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
So Shadowheart says look at it. Astarion wants it for himself. Karlach says, please don't open the creepy book. Place the amethyst in the slot on the book's cover. Making mistakes, making mistakes, making mistakes with magical books. Give the book to us. We just have that option. What will he do with it? I don't know, but he's not my boyfriend, so I'm going to open it myself. Oh, well, fuck you! Fuck all of you!
It's irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply.
We will reload if this is bad. Saving throw! Turn to the next page. Bard, performance. Drown the book's voice with verse. There was a young hero called Barry. Difficulty class of 5.
The glyphs swarm impatiently. The book wants you to turn the page, to delve deeper. It's hungry.
Who had to best a tough quest and not tarry. It was going quite well till he fell under spell.
The glyphs seem to burn your inner eye, outraged at your denial. Within the pages, you feel a feral thrashing. Living magic, driven mad by what it was used for. Necromancy. The magical energies of all living things were stolen, corrupted, and sealed in this vile book. It wants someone to share in its insanity.
And you gave this to Astarion? Channel your magic into the final line. Now poor Barry's got a hag he must marry. Oh no.
Your limerick spinal line pierces something within the book's roiling, vengeful magic. The voices falter, the anger quells. The magic seems to grow still and quiet, like a soothed beast.
Hell yeah! Get song fucked, book demon!
Nothing. Just old parchment covered in arcane symbols. The magic sleeps.
Right, but so do we read it then?
The heavy cover thumps shut with a strange finality.
Is that all? Well, it says read the book. Twisted binding. Look away. Powerful eldritch bond connects this relic and its owner. I don't see a notable feature on me. That's all I have is speak with animals. What? Forbidden knowledge. From partially deciphering the necromancy of Thay, you gain a +1 bonus to wisdom saving throws and ability checks. Huh. That's good. Quest doesn't reckon it's done, though.
You've seen much of the book, but its most powerful secrets are guarded by indecipherable glyphs. Without a key, they may be locked away forever.
Right. Find a way to finish the necromancy of Thay. That probably is not something that we can continue yet. So I guess this is just going to stay in our list. Unless we choose to pursue destroy it instead. That's not what we're doing. We're a reader. How much has this hurt Karlak's opinion? Still fair. Still good, fair, neutral. It's just funny that Shadowheart likes me more than Karlak does, but Karlak and I are doing what we're doing. So what is the total of all of her throwing bonuses? When you make a throw, your strength modifier is added twice to both the damage and attack rolls. So her strength modifier of +4. So she gets a +8 to throws, both hit and damage. Okay, so she has a baseline of 8 damage with an additional 1d4, so baseline of 9 to 12 before the actual damage of the thing you're throwing is calculated. But she also has it as enraged throw, which is what?
Well.
Dealing additional damage. Okay, but what's the damage? You deal additional damage based on your... So it's just another... It's probably another strength modifier add. And heavier items deal more damage. That, by the way, is why we throw the big heavy chests. Because something like a shield will still hit, but a 20-pound chest will hit harder.
Looking ahead. Seems like a good moment.
You don't have anything
talk.
to say to me about my new book?
Yes.
Shame.
How much further can I go?
How can I help?
A returning throwing... So like a magical weapon that comes back. What happens if we take Clive from her?
Oh, hi.
Don't mind me, I'm just going to flirt for a second.
Where would you start?
Oh, I just hold your hand this time.
And put it somewhere interesting, I hope. God, we better find a way to cool me off soon. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take.
I love that, like, you'd expect Lae'zel to be, like, minimalist utilitarian, but look at this fucking tent. She has a mounted hyena head at the top. Like, she places that there every night. And an ogre head! Like, this is the most ostentatious setup. Gale's is humbler than hers. Gale has a candelabrum and some books. Like,
Speak.
making fun of your portable home. Anyway, let's go to sleep. No one has any question marks above their heads, so I'll go to sleep. And now for the nightly ah.
More for me.
And more magical mugwort has appeared. Wonder if any of the others get weirded out by the the old skeleton that shows up whenever we go down for a sleep. Like, presumably he doesn't bed down, he just stands there. Well, that's that. That was fucking creepy. Again, it looked like they were coming back, but no, they're still dead. Speaking of dead... Does this game include a "you're a chump" cutscene if you do the silly fucking move of jumping down this hole without a fall break? I need to know. Where am I? Oh! Yes, it does! Oh, that is creepy looking. Why did everybody say... Oh, because we're grouped, they jumped in too. What's happening? Why did you all jump too? Okay. We need to have a conversation about the time and place of the grouping system and when to know better. It's so stupid. The good news is, yes, we do know that this takes you to the Underdark. Technically speaking, we should be allowed to continue on as a party of Will, Gale, and Lae'zel. Yes, we do now know the answer to the question, if Gavarok jumped off a cliff, would you join him? Now, the thing is, I don't think I want to explore the Underdark right now. So I'm not going to use the Scroll of Featherfall to go down there legitimately, but I am going to remember this entrance. Because if anything tells me to go to the Underdark, then we'll know to come here. But right now, I think that there are two places that we could go instead. North or to the Goblins. And I think I want to go north first. Because... if nothing else, there's the Lae'zel character stuff. I think I've explored everything in the cave. So I'm just gonna zoom myself to the Blighted Village. But, like, if there is an alternative way into the Goblin camp from up there, we'll just not take it. But I would like to poke around up here, maybe fight some more gnolls. We'll keep the party as it is for now. When we get close to this marker, I will swap someone out for Lae'zel. In terms of party roles, it should be Karlach, but I kind of don't want to because she's the fucking breadwinner in terms of battles right now. I might even move Shadowheart out just because we don't actually use a lot of healing. And when we do, I have 7 spell slots worth of healing word if we happen to get into a fight while Shadowheart's not in the group.
These boots have seen everything.
But Karlach is just head and shoulders above the rest at the moment. I think we'll just leap across here. We don't have much time left, by the way. We'll be stopping very soon, but I can at least poke my head into the next spot. But I think this makes the most sense from a tactical perspective of, okay, so these goblins are the biggest problem here, so we're working our way up to it and exploring around the margins and seeing what's going on around them before we go to them. just make that. It's been a few days, game terms, since we've been here. We killed some of the gnolls, but we didn't kill them all. And we know that there's a group. Yes, they're still there. We know that there's a group in there. This is where we last encountered. What I was thinking of doing was dropping down, because this path down here doesn't seem to lead to anything. So let's check it. Because we haven't. And I don't like leaving anything unchecked, even if it's a dead end. Oomph. Those dead people.
Some old forgotten bones.
Scale mail.
Harper and Druid symbols on their equipment. An interesting pair.
Harper Druid? Dead? They wouldn't. Fucking better not. Here lies Jaheira. We knew you wanted her in this game, so we added a skeleton and vaguely implied it was her. Oh man, I would... That would not be okay.
That might be worth a look.
What's the story?
I don't know, Karlak, you're gonna have to tell us by moving this rock.
Let's move.
Bloodstone. What are you doing?
What path lies
Wait, is that rock blocking the way? Oh my fucking Christ!
What a charmer.
Hey, you swear worse than that. Come on, drop it in the water. Drop it in the water. It'll be funny.
Uh-huh.
Can't give up now. Never wanted
Didn't want to give up, but it won't let me put it in the water.
Always room for more.
What is this, Mugen trying to dump a body? Can put it everywhere except the fucking water? Well, I know, I'm not over that, thank you very much. Okay. We've explored pretty much everything that isn't covered in fog. So, I'm gonna stop here. And then on Friday, we'll push in, fight those gnolls, see what lies beyond them. I think they mentioned a town. The town might not be accessible right now, it might be like in a later point in the game, but there could also just be a town right there. Maybe that's where the Githyanki are. And we'll see how much map is left. I'm not gonna, you know, completely buzz past the goblins, but we'll get a better idea as to what surrounds them. At least from that side. Since we've gone as far as we can to the south of them in, the Putrid Bog, as I've come to learn it is called. How are we doing for EXP? Do we actually know how close we are to the next level, or does it just throw EXP the numbers at us without telling us the context? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know we had, like, actual numbers. Astarion is doing really badly. 20. Karlach's 38, but Shadowheart's 44. So the difference between Karlach and Shadowheart is not that much. 40 must be the threshold for good. So we only need a bit more Karlach approval to get her. I don't mind Astarion not liking me much in this character. We got him in our party, but like I'd be really bothered if I ran into problems with Karlach. I'd be really bothered if I ran into problems with Karlach, but if I ran into problems with one of these two, I'd be more willing to get rid of them. I'd rather not. Yeah, fair is probably 21 to 40. I wonder what they start at, though. Tell you what, I'm going to do my save here. And this is what I'll resume when we come in on Friday. But let's go to camp and check the numbers of the others. Can I do that from here? Probably not. Oh. Yeah, maybe we can. Nope. We have the same 3 pages, but the approval it just isn't there. That is so unnecessarily fucking annoying.
Hey, you. Sounds boring. Oh, fuck.
Problem is, checking Gale is going to require us to feed him something, and I don't really want to.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon. Of course. I would hate for you. What's on your mind? Apart from finding me an artifact to consume, which I assume you're pursuing with the appropriate urgency. With...
What does that actually do to him? Disadvantage to Constitution saves. Could be worse. Medium 28. So not neutral, medium. It's just that so medium must equal fair and high must equal good, and then neutral equals neutral, but that's odd. Astarion is just notably lower.
No time to rest.
What's on your mind? I question the wisdom. I'll be here.
Always a pleasure.
Well,
we got a few will approvals from the Karlach situation, but we haven't had him around enough to put a dent in him, I'd assume. Relationship is fair. Medium 38, he's actually nearly good. He likes us a lot.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
Are you sure? And just...
So despite the fact that Astarion has been with us for nearly every step, in fact, he's not been out of the party since we added him. He likes us least of everybody so far, and the only one who could possibly like me less, we're about to say. Never the fuck shall I mind. Neutral 13 on Lae'zel. Okay, so we are not acting in a way that inspires the Githyanki with warmth. But, like, that's the same thing. She was with us all the way up until we met Karlach, whereas Gale and Will have been with us never. Will joined us for the Karlach confrontation, that's it. Gale has literally never been brought into the party for anything. We brought him when we grabbed the Necromancy book, but it was a misread. He didn't actually have anything to do with it. And so it didn't count for anything. But also, notably, Gale kept getting approval hits when he wasn't actually in the party, whereas the others weren't, so that may be why. But Shadowheart likes me immensely, and she's not that good. She worships evil secret lady. Shadowheart's just down bad. We regret to inform you that you have not been chosen. Okay, Friday I'll be back with more of this. As I said before, I'm definitely not streaming on Sunday because I've been invited to a New Year's thing, unless that falls through. The person who's invited me spent Christmas Day in hospital. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go into the medical details of somebody that isn't here or has any idea that they're being spoken about, but they're okay and they're out. They came home today. So that, and the fact that it isn't something viral or something that is, you know, a sickness that requires isolation, but rather an unrelated issue that is safe to be around, provided that they stay okay, I will have somewhere to go on New Year's Eve. If they don't, I won't. Then I might stream 14. But I don't know that I'm necessarily streaming Saturday either, just because I might just, again, take the weekend for the sake of rest and relaxation, and also the fact that I don't have the push to play Hitman anymore. I could just play more Baldur's Gate 3 on a Saturday to add hours to it, but it depends. Next week, I'll probably bring back Saturday streams, and I will either have something new to do there, or we'll put more Baldur's Gate time in. Certainly nothing wrong with the latter, but if something arises that I'd like to play on Saturdays, I'll do that. Fare thee well.